In this lesson, we're going to talk about how to calculate time, speed, and distance. And what I've found for teaching this is you've got three different formulas that you can memorize to calculate your time, speed, and distance. I like to use what we call 60D street. That's the diagram you see on the left here. All right, so when we're talking about time, speed, and distance, you're always going to have at least two of these, or you have the ability to get two of these. You might have to measure the distance, or you might have to uh, figure out how much time elapsed between two fixes and figure out your time, or the speed will be given to you. But any two of these will allow you to get the third. All right, so with 60D street, our distance is always going to be in nautical miles. All right, our speed is going to be in knots per hour, and our time, this is the one thing we need to remember for our 60D street, time will go into this in minutes and it will come out in minutes. So if you end up with like an answer of 120 minutes, well, that is 2 hours. All right, so the way this works, so we keep the 60 in there. This way, this is what helps us have everything come out in minutes. So the way this works, if we are solving for time, you can kind of hold your finger over the T there, and we have distance and we have speed. Well, we're going to go 60 times our distance, and then we're going to divide by our speed, and that gives us our time. So anytime you cross that horizontal line, you're going to do a divide. And then anytime you cross that vertical line there between S and T, you do a multiplication. All right, so let's look at this again. If we're going to solve for speed, all right, well, we're going to take 60 times our distance, and we're going to divide by our time, which would be in minutes. And that's going to give us our speed. So far, pretty straightforward. And if we are looking for distance, then we would have our speed and our time. We're going to go speed times time because we're crossing that vertical line, and then we're going to divide by that 60, and that is going to give us our distance. So I found this to be pretty easy once you get the hang of it. I always have my students in class write this little 60D street out on the side of their chart so they can just glance over and punch numbers into it and take numbers out of it. So hopefully this helps. Two different options for calculating your time, speed, and distance.